Yeah, you mentioned that you guys would talk about camp.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's the experience differs from like different families, different people. Like some don't talk about it much, others
Yeah.
talk about it a great deal.
Yeah.
Some it's sort of different. Where did you fit into that mix, or what did you?
Well, when you're in high school, you never talked about it. You were sort of ashamed of it, and the only time you talk about it was when you're with other guys that experience the same thing. You wouldn't talk about it to other people. And I feel that, like a lot of people felt the same way, I'm sure, that it was somewhat of a stigma that you were thrown in camp. I don't know why. We should have been furious about that. But you're sort of brainwashed that you're ashamed to be of Japanese ancestry when the war broke out. And you wonder, gosh, how can I change the color of my skin? Be white. But obviously that wasn't possible. But when the war was on, all that propaganda saying, kill the Japs, and they're our enemy and stuff like that. And obviously it affects you, especially since you're in grade school. But it's a conflict too, because you're an American citizen, and it's sort of hurts when you say the Pledge of Allegiance every day in the classroom, and you're stuck in a camp. And you wonder about that. I wondered about that when I was in camp. In fact, I wondered about that even before we were sent to campus. It says, how come they're picking on us? I mean, here, aren't I a United States citizen? I was born here. I was raised here. I don't know anything about Japan, except that it's where my folks came from. And then I have relatives there. But I'm an American, aren't I? And I kept asking myself at that time. And I still did when I was in grade school. But what the heck, you couldn't do nothing about it. But you felt sort of like an outcast, a non-citizen. Well, in fact, we were non-citizens. And so with that, you feel sort of like, like I say, stigmatized. And you didn't talk about it, but when you're with other guys that suffered or went through the same thing, you used to talk about it. Like the people in the valley used to went to a different camp than we did. So we used to compare notes sometime about how their camp was and how our camp was and things like that. And we all wore the red badge of courage, I guess. And so we had something in common. And obviously the Hawaiian kids didn't understand it because they're never interned. Some of them were, but the students that came from Hawaii, they weren't. They didn't go through the same stuff that we went through. So that was about it. We just exchanged notes. That's all amongst us. Yeah.